shopped around all the different lots and ended up finding one that we liked.
It's a great car. I get in it every time and say, this is the neatest car. This is the best thing we ever did.
Experience a better way to purchase your next vehicle at Stephen Wade today.
Okay, Andy Griffin and STG News video cast with Coach Chris Allred of the Desert Hills Thunder. Coach, you guys had some close games, exciting games with Snow Canyon this year, but today in the semifinals, you were pretty much in control of the whole game. How come?
Well, we had some specific things defensively that we wanted to try and do, and we felt like if we were to limit the dribble penetration and contest the shots, that we'd put ourselves in good position to win the game. Offensively, our focus was just to execute. They made it really tough for us to execute. They know everything we do. We know everything they try to do. So it's one of those things where you play each other that many times. It just kind of comes down to who's going to be the grittiest team and make some plays. So
they shot well. You guys didn't shoot well. I think 29%, but they only shot 18% from the floor, which I know makes a defensive coach like you very, very proud. But is part of that maybe the legs and the second game in a row and a tournament thing? Is it jitters? Is it just good defense? What is it?
I think our girls do a good job defensively. We make it tough for teams to score. Haley had 9 block shots, and so you're not going to get very many looks around the basket. And when you force, and then our guards do a good job on the perimeter of contesting shots. And so when you have to try and score from the perimeter, especially in a state tournament game, it's tough to be real successful.
Now you got, of course, you were a coach of Pineview boys and got all the way to the championship game and were in the semis a few times. Is there any way for you in your mind to compare these girls teams with those boys teams and your experience as a coach?
Yeah, you know what, this team, they remind me a lot of some of the Pineview teams I had. Just in that they're gritty, they're really focused, and I felt like at Pineview we had boys that were really focused and determined to be successful and just played really, really hard. And with this girls team here, just super proud of them to how hard they play and they kind of lay it out on the line and get on the floor and they do a lot of little things to be successful.
Big game tomorrow, of course, championship game, take on an old familiar foe, Dixie High School, and in fact, an old familiar coach, a coach you've coached against a few times in Ken Robinson. How's that going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be like old times. We've coached against each other a number of times, and we've had a lot of great games, and so tomorrow should be the same thing. They're playing really well right now. I feel like we're playing well, so it should be a really entertaining game.
And I don't imagine there's going to be a lot of points on the scoreboard. 40 might win it.
Yeah, it could. They're a good defensive team. We're a good defensive team. But you never know. Sometimes in those games, teams have a way of just breaking loose and scoring points. And so we'll see. I know that they emphasize defense as well. And so it should just be a good game.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Championship tomorrow, Desert Hills and Dixie. And we'll talk to you then, Chris. Thanks.
Okay. Thanks, Andy.
All right, with Blair Bliss. Blair, you and I have been here a few times before now
Yeah.
talking about this stuff. But you had a fantastic game, moving the ball really well, taking a lot of contact. I don't know how many times you're on the floor today. But,
I know.
But I guess that's what to be expected in semifinals of state, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we knew it was going to be a rough game, and, the refs kind of got to call good both sides, and there's contact both sides from both teams, so you just got to play through it.
Again, they focused on Haley on your offensive end, and so your guards kind of had to step up again. It wasn't a great shooting night for anybody all around, but you guys managed to get enough baskets in there. What was the key for you?
I knew they were going to try to front Haley, and I knew that I had to step up, and they were playing good defense. They have some great defense, and I knew that, and I knew, we just got to execute our plays and trust in our teammates, and that's what we did. Our guards did a great job, and so did our posts.
You played them twice. Both games were pretty close. You split with them this year. But you guys seem to be in control almost pretty much the whole game today. How come?
I think we knew it was going to be a tough game, and we knew we had to keep our composure no matter what. And our coach prepared us well. I mean, we got to the gym today, and we walked through some stuff, and we knew that just play our tempo, and they can't control us. We need to control them.
It's a great win. Now you play in the state championship game. How does that feel, and what are you thinking?
I'm so excited. There's no better feeling than this, and we were there last year, so we know what to expect, and I'm excited. It's Dixie, because we know how they play, they know how we play. It's going to be a great game.
And I don't think there's going to be a lot of points scored with two defensive teams like you guys, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be defense, that's for sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, with Haley Bodnar. You know, Haley, you didn't have a great game offensively, and they were all over you, but you sure had an effect on this basketball game anyway, with 9 block shots, a bunch of rebounds. Did you get frustrated in this game, or did you just figure, it's the way things go?
You know what? I figured it was the way things go. A lot of teams have tried to do the double or a triple team on me, and I've just had to learn. People are going to do that. People are catching on, and I might not score all the points I'd like to in a game, but I know that I have different roles in different games, and that I can count on my guards to execute outside if they're not able to get it inside to me. So
fans get excited when they see block shots. Do you get excited when you block shots, especially 9 of them?
I do. It's my favorite. Defense is my favorite part of the game. Nothing feels better than getting a block.
So you don't feel bad for all those little short players that when you stuff them and all?
I wish I could say yes.
That's good. That's good. So keep on doing it. One more game. What are your thoughts on playing Dixie tomorrow?
I'm pretty excited. They're a really good team, and I'm just excited to go leave it all on the court and see what happens. So we've worked really hard for this, and I'm excited. So.
Well, congratulations, Haley.
Thank you.
Good job.